making the first defense of his WBO Welterweight Championship of the World, Terence Crawford. The former interim super lightweight champion of the world, Jose Benavidez Jr.
Gentlemen, you went over the Ruiz in the dressing room. Keep it clean, set yourself it all firm. Let's do this.
Celestino Ruiz wants them to touch him up. And they do. WBO Welterweight Championship of the World.
See how much taller.
Giving him a smile and a little nod of the head when he went with that jab to the body.
Trying to figure the range out, the speed, the distance.
Well, he opens up orthodox to start this evening.
See Crawford right away.
And then Crawford sitting on top with that now southpaw right jab as he comes in with a straight left to the body that scores here.
Since adolescence, and he's fought as high as 54.
Tim, you like the early work with that jab of Benavidez.
He's going to have to out-jab.
We're going to take just one short break here and then back to Crawford and Benavidez. Now the switch in stance.
Crawford took exception with Tim yesterday. I'm not a slow starter.
Going to that peekaboo, that shell defense. And Crawford coming around. And that's one thing you got to do when you fight Terence Crawford. You see him fire back with his jab right there. Because Benavidez, like I said, is a great counterpuncher. He has a good right hand.
But in boxing, the imagined slights are usually more important than the real ones. The bone.
He can concentrate for 36 minutes and figure it out in there. From Benavidez, he got Crawford kind of tentative.
Jab going from there. There's another body shot that got around.
And according to people who have worked in the Benavidez camp, come off the jab and shoot a straight left hand, Terence Crawford ducked him. I don't find any evidence of that. Got to give Terence a little time, Terence.
There he is.
There he goes to the body.
While Crawford controlling.
It was shot. A bullet went through the femoral artery.
Doubles up the right hand that time, does Crawford. There he works his way to the inside and included yet another body punch. There's Miss Deborah. Always an interesting watch ringside.
With Benavidez' confidence. He's never fought in a fight like this. He's
getting caught with those combinations and putting those earmuffs on. That's target practice for a guy like Terence Crawford.
You can get closer to him. So
from Bud Crawford, who has had so much success going to the body. Good exchange.
You see the peekaboo defense there, even though Benavidez shook that off. He landed those hard body shots on Benavidez.
One of the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. That's Terence Bud Crawford. Trained by Brian McIntyre.
I think he's doing really beautiful. He's going to the body. He's catching him with those straight right hands. Look at that. How can you tell me that? Look.
Crawford has extreme concentration early on, and he's looking to just create things, different angles by switching southpaw.
Now Bud just shook off a little taste of that power and stuck out his tongue.
The lead foot getting outside of the left foot of Benavidez.
I got news for you, fellas. Crawford's found his rhythm.
Benavidez was searching for that right hand to the body again. That time, he caught him.
A little politicking by Jose Sr. there.
Oh, good right hand by Benavidez right on the belt line where it says Crawford in pink. Look to your left in super slow-mo as he plants it.
It was a little low. Right on the belt line right there.
Crawford, if he gets that outside position, and now all of a sudden there's a switch to southpaw with Benavidez.
All right, Jose. Third round was good for Crawford. Fourth round, what worked for Jose Jr.?
And you said, watch out for that right hand. Try to go to the body. Bud went up top. Now he comes sweeping across that belt line.
Of the lead hand. That's why you see all the hand gestures.
That Jose Jr. said, hey, this fight's not going the distance. I can't let that happen here in his hometown. 3-punch combination and another right hand to the body from Bud Crawford.
Crawford right now controlling the outside. That's why he's able to land these shots.
Just pause and think about that for a moment. You saw him double up that left hand. Now he gets right into the kitchen of Benavidez.
I think that
you see there's no jab. Now Benavidez is willing to cover up right in front of Terence Crawford.
Interesting moment right there as Bud came in and then the right hand came in at a downward angle. Good exchange right in the center of the ring. Bernardo has been monitoring both corners. What can you tell us, Bernie, here? Round number 6. A guy who sits number 1 atop so many pound-for-pound fighter in the world list. You can see Jose Sr. and Jr. trying to gather themselves after a very fine-looking 7th round. As Ward has it 58-56. And that gives him position to do just that.
Yes.
To land the straight left hand.
and there's a difficulty basing your sense of yourself on sparring.
He wanted him to use a jab in this round, to not step straight back, to be more active, and Bomac called it.
This is the complete takeover round for Terence Crawford. He'll use that jab occasionally, but he'll wait on you and he'll fire some combinations back at you.
And also something that happened almost a decade ago.
Right now, Benavidez is having some success.
The round before, he said, I see Benavidez breathing hard, and I think Bud is in a great place.
He came in.
This is more than most people imagine from Jose Benavidez. But willingness to attack from Benavidez that I did earlier in the fight.
Covering up like that doesn't work out so well. He is with that right hand, Tim.
Straight right hand, and also, like the champ said, he's catching Crawford on the way out. Crawford had a tendency. It's like the movement of Crawford has Benavidez standing still.
And that gap looks like it's going to continue here.
Benavidez really just stalking right in front of Crawford. Now he tries to put a combination together.
Benavidez comes in tonight with 18 knockouts among his 27 wins.
He made a point before. That jab looks good. I'll tell you what I do see from the facial expressions between rounds. I don't see the same brio, the same confidence.
Andre Ward with an even 6th round, but still Crawford up 78-74.
I believe it's the knee. Nice shot right there from Benavidez. Catching Crawford as he pulls straight back. But you see the fundamentals of Terence Crawford.
Crawford comes in. Left hand, right to the body. Good exchange to close out the 8th. Against Bud Crawford. Angelo trying to pop that jab off the hip. Have it 5 rounds to 3. Crawford. It's a great observation on the feet, Mark.
Fatigue.
Noticeable how it's changed. Trying to put that right hand to the body.
Look at the beautiful work by Crawford. Changing levels, going downstairs.
Goes low, and then it sweeps across. Crawford.
Every single time Benavidez put those earmuffs on to be able to land some combinations up top like that. Right hook right there.
He can't match his legs. He can't match the feet.
Look at the feet.
Crawford is starting to put together. Total punches outlanding him 93-63.
You know,
got out of range right there. There it is. Crawford right here, making a miss, making a pace short. Left hand right there.
This is what we've seen all night long. And now searching for an answer. He talked so much. They create offense, and they provide elite defense. Looking to place that right hand again is Benavidez. He is taking steps forward at least here.
We've talked before. In answer to Joe's question, is that right hand coming in?
Miss Deborah looked at Bud Crawford, said, "Bud, can you hear me?" He looked over, he said, "Last round, finish this."
The time Terence Crawford with a right hand.
Earlier in doing so. Let's see what Benavidez comes up with here as Crawford looks to unload. Pushes him back.
Blocking counter.
Benavidez with an offensive output. Crawford comes right back.
This is exactly what Crawford needs to do. He needs to stay close, work the body.
Benavidez a little more willing here in round number 10.
Benavidez attack. He's standing right in front of Terence Crawford right now, not really using his jab.
In 6 minutes for Benavidez to try to find the answer.
Which is smart by Terence Crawford.
Right above the knee, walking his dog. Actually, it was a cat, too. It was an exotic $10,000 cat at midnight in Phoenix.
Be looking at a go-for-broke 12th round from the undefeated challenger as Crawford brings it. Right now, he's got to worry about being targeted by Bud Crawford, who's stepping right to him as he covers up against the ropes, and Crawford's going to have some options.
Terence Crawford got him backed up now.
Crawford comes into this round having landed 100 of 238 thrown.
There it is again.
Sent off balance.
Check hook.
That left hand by Terence Crawford in the last round, champ.
You see Benavidez pulling back. Cardinal rule. Don't pull straight back.
Remember yesterday at the weigh-in, Crawford is easily in control, and he's got 2.5 minutes. How much does Benavidez want it? And not at all. Not at all. First half of this fight, highly competitive.
I don't think Benavidez has done himself a disservice.
Chin in the heart. Chin in the heart of Benavidez.
He would become, he's got to sell out right now.
Got to risk everything, right, Tim?
Got to go for it. That he's more fundamentally sound than Benavidez.
Miles ahead.
And put combinations together to the head and body.
But where is that body shot we saw in the 4th round?
Final minute. Crawford in front of home fans.
Sitting on the ropes and shaking his head is not how he wants to end this fight, however.
Oh! Crawford gets him! My, oh my! What a shot! Best in the world! At home! Is he the finisher they all expect him to be? He is! What a huge right hand! And he has done it!
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Celestino Ruiz steps in and stops this bout with an official time of 2 minutes, 42 seconds of the 12th and final round. Declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, still the undefeated WBO Welterweight Champion of the World, Terence